Welcome to the show, and welcome to Glow So Bright. Precedence is routine. Information cutoff is June 8, 2025, 0100 Zulu. Bottom line up front, this intelligence report is an initial report on the Wisconsin John Brown Gun Club, a Marxist organization which operates in the Midwestern United States. This will cover the initial information, cover key personnel, and their current activities. The Wisconsin John Brown Gun Club, also known as the John Brown Gun Club of Madison, Wisconsin, is a local John Brown gun club. While John Brown gun clubs were at the peak operational status in the mid to late 2010s, alongside Redneck Revolt. For those of you who are unaware, Redneck Revolt was the political wing of the John Brown Gun Club, while the John Brown Gun Club is a parallel organization to Redneck Revolt, specifically on the focus of firearms. Due to the alleged misconduct of Dave Trano, one of the founders of Redneck Revolt has been defunct since approximately 2019. Post-Redneck Revolt, regional John Brown gun clubs still operate and exist, albeit in a limited capacity, especially without the resources and support from the central organization. This chapter seems to have been established since August of 2023, and continues to operate currently. Recent confirmed actions undertaken by the unit would be a protest in February 5th, 2025, in the vicinity of the state's capital against Trump, who was recently inaugurated in his second term as the President of the United States. The Wisconsin John Brown Gun Club operates within the state of Wisconsin, headquartered in Madison. Madison is the second most populous city in the state and the state's capital. Key personnel seem to have utilized the Columbia County shooting range for the firing of rifles and pistols. Identified members of the Wisconsin John Brown Gun Club seem to comprise themselves of a fire team-sized element or less, being made up of 1 to 4 members. The leader of the unit, going by the name Lilith Kievkaya, is a transgender individual who seems to be the most well-armed of the group. Any other alias of this individual is unknown at time of reporting. Analyst comments, Lilith, really? How original and how daring. Let's go and examine the arms and equipment of Lilith. Here we have a US-made AKM pattern rifle, likely a Century Arms Vishka, judging by the stamped receiver pattern, bolt handle protector, Warsaw-packed side rail mount, extended magazine release, as well as a Krebs-style safety selector. This particular weapon is also distinct, with the fact that it has colorful bright stickers affixed to the rifle. Attached to it is a generic AK side rail mount, as well as a generic red dot sight in an AR-15 height mount, likely acquired from Amazon. Here we have a Glock 19 Gen 3 with a Streamlight TLR-1 weapon-mounted light, a modified or broken set of iron sights. This paired with a Safariland 6000 series retention holster mounted on the chest, or a passive retention Kydex holster. Other equipment used would be a Chinese multicam plate carrier, with unknown plates inside. Cheap walkie-talkies are used as communications equipment. Members appear to have poor handling and proficiency in the use of firearms. Other individuals who may be part of the unit may have similar weaponry, or not even have weapons. Mobility is limited to sedans, and have no indications of any other capabilities. The Wisconsin John Brown Gun Club's ideology, as guided by Lilith, follow Marxist doctrine with the emphasis on transgender identity. This sort of ideology is extremely similar to other Marxist armed groups which operate in the United States, such as Individual Socialist Rifle Association chapters, the Doll Squad, and other John Brown gun clubs. Perceived defunct groups which have fragmented with decapitated leadership, such as the American Atomwaffen Division, as a continued threat. They also dislike some other Marxist groups, such as the American Communist Party. The initial threat assessment of the Wisconsin John Brown Gun Club's immediate threat level, or short-term threat level, is low. The activities are localized, with no evidence of offensive operations or imminent attacks. Judging by the composition of their website, leadership, manpower size, and effectiveness, they remain to be ineffective in their projections of combat power and political influence. Individual psychological operations by extremely low-level actors would lead to leadership seething and coping. The long-term threat of them is also low. Projected member growth seems to be stagnant. Similarly, leadership effectiveness in leading groups or individual fitness, mental fortitude, combat strength, or equipment capabilities appear to be marginal, with no indications for the Wisconsin John Brown Gun Club to perform more effectively. They have minimum operational capacity. So in conclusion, the Wisconsin John Brown Gun Club is an ineffective unit that is constrained by their very limited manpower and key leadership's weak composition, operate only within Madison, and as a result of this unit, of it being a diminished John Brown Gun Club, may serve as an example for the ineffectiveness of other local John Brown gun clubs which have formed in the United States post-Redneck Revolt. This report on the Wisconsin John Brown Gun Club is brought to you by Glow So Bright at June 8th, 2025, 0100 Zulu. If you do enjoy this work and like to see more of it, please give it a like. If not, give it a dislike. Comment down below what you think, read the video description, and if you'd like to support the channel financially, check out the affiliate links down below, or if you'd like to donate specifically to Glow So Bright, there's a Ko-fi link down below if you want to leave a tip, as well as a subscribe star. Still working on incentives and prizes, still haven't figured that out yet, but I thank you very much for those who do that. And also the best way to show support to the channel is to share, subscribe, and engage. Doing so will help bring these groups up to light, help defeat algorithmic slop, and provide useful information. Thank you very much for watching.